Morning guys, so that's right, you can hear it in the background, Romain is back. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and then I'm going to update you. Back to the red M3. We said we're going to put it there last week and someone is coming to view it on Thursday, Haggy, or Friday? Thursday. So that might be sold. Beautiful car. So yeah, back to the chaos at the minute. All the boys are just trying to get everything done before we head off next week, and it's just absolutely mental. So what we're going to do, me, Chris and Haggy, we're going to update you what's been happening at GM this week. We've got Romain from Racecal here, as you heard at the start of the clip. And yeah, like just carnage week we're going to call it. So yeah, guys, I'm going to give you a quick little look at the workshop. Kyle, what are you up to, Kyle?
Currently putting a wideband sensor into this Mini. Then gonna get back on the dyno, and Romain's gonna finish off tuning it.
Yeah.
And,
so you're busy. You've been busy doing all the little electrical jobs and all the cars for Romain, haven't you?
Yeah. So I've had quite a lot of electrical stuff, like adding extra sensors and putting the ECUs in, and loads of different wiring jobs at the minute.
Silver Porsche next, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, silver Porsche next.
Looks like a headache, that, doesn't it?
It's going to be an interesting one to work on, like.
Ket, if you're watching, your car's giving us headaches. Anyway, I'm going to let Kyle crack on. Yep. I'm going to go and see Rendog, who've got another car that's giving him a headache as well.
Yep.
Rendog,
alright?
How's it going?
Alright, yeah.
Are you excited for Texas?
Texas, yeah. Less than a week, well, a week now, a week and 2 days, and we're going. Yeah,
and literally, I've just said there on the camera, we've just had like, it's been carnage week, hasn't it?
It has, aye.
Just sorting stuff out.
I went and picked an engine up this morning from Spec J's, so there's another one that we need to get on with.
Cupra
engine,
for
yeah.
James.
Bam.
What is it you're doing in this yellow Evo? Tell us a little bit about it.
Right, the yellow Evo, this is the car which I originally built. It came in, it was a new customer from Scotland, I think it's from Scotland. Came in with our first time customer here. We bought the car, it had had engine failure on its way home. So basically we built its engine, everything seems fine with that. We started to map the car on a dyno. We ended up with a gearbox problem with the car.
I think the map was finished though, wasn't it?
Map was finished.
Yeah, and then we lost third gear.
Yeah, so customer supplied us another gearbox. So I've obviously, in the last day or so, I've managed to fit his new gearbox in. Finished off a little bits today. A couple of other little things like an idle air control valve. We've got a new power steering pump to go on because the bearing and that's a little bit loud. So we're changing that as well, just to make things perfect for him, really.
And then I believe Kyle's going to add a couple of sensors as well on the link ECU, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, just for obviously for safety reasons and stuff like that, so things can be detected if anything's to go wrong in the future.
And what's next for you in jobs?
Job-wise, I've got some aluminium pipes there, a lad's delivered. He's fabricated them himself, he's done quite a good job of it. He's managed to mark off all the positions, so basically my job is just to tack them up and weld them for him. That's going to be my next job.
Russian GTR?
Yes, the Russian, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, well, a couple of bits and pieces to tie up with the Russian to get that finished as well.
And I think you've got a Mercedes coming in as well, that big Jeep, for some custom fabrication.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So,
excellent, Rendog. Right, well, I think our last video is going to be just before we go to Vegas, isn't it? Vegas, Dallas. Right, see you later.
Right, thank you. Cheers.
So guys, I'm in the workshop. Again, it's always windy, raining, snowing. It's really windy today. We've got Ryan's R35 GTR. Might have been in one of our earlier vlogs. So gearbox was built, that was all done. And now it's time to start pulling the engine out of this car and then beginning the sort of process to build it for big power. So that is Ryan's GTR, which we are going to start pulling the engine out. So there'll be some updates on that coming soon. I'm going to touch base with Ben and Matt T. Matt T, not Matt. Matt's still on holiday at the minute. So yeah, I'm going to speak to Ben and Matty and see what's happening with, not see what's happening, see what they're doing, because we've had another problem. Right guys, Romain has stopped.
Yes.
So we're going to go, so Matty, so tell us what was happening. It was on the dyno.
Yeah, the car's been on the dyno. Customer wanted some extra flames, just a bit of testing before it goes to the customer. found the ETS a bit worse for wear, so last minute call, take it out, get it done, and get it hopefully back in the dyno tomorrow to MOT.
So yeah, so Ben got the job to quickly remove the nose
get her
cone,
out.
F1 style, due to, like, literally we just got to get it done, haven't we?
Yeah, just as fast as possible, but get it done right and just work together well as a pair.
Yeah, so touching base, what Matty said was this ETS was built quite a while ago by my team, and unfortunately on the dyno, Romain said it was slipping a little bit. Probably still had a little bit of life left, but a new customer has bought this car and we just want it right, so I've just got the guys to quickly take it off the dyno, refresh it, put it back together. Romain's here for 2 days, and then at least that way I know the guy's going to get 100% car, so that's what we want. And obviously these two guys have just literally dropped everything and just jumped on it, and they're kind of working in tandem to get this done as quick as possible. So yeah, he's excited for Texas next week?
Yeah, very, very excited.
Yeah.
Nice little break for us as well. So
That's it, and watch the Americans break some things.
yeah, instead of
Us.
us not in the UK instead.
Yeah, so yeah, that'll be good. So that pink GTR there in the background, that actually broke as last week. The shaft, Matty's been working on that, but he's kind of held on. You kind of held pause on this for now, haven't you?
Yeah,
And also, I don't know, was Tango here last week in last week's video?
I don't think so.
It wasn't. We have sneaked Tango out. Get it ready for racing. Tango is coming. Absolute beast of a car. So yeah, guys, thank you very much, and I will catch up with you in a bit. Yeah, cheers. Right, guys, I'm going to come into the dyno room. Romain's working on King Arthur's Alpha baby car. My battery's going to go red. Chris is going to look after all the dyno stuff in the next 2 days, but I'm going to see if I can catch Romain. I believe we have finished pump fuel mapping. I don't know if that picks it up, but Romain, there he is. Romain, how's it going today with the Alpha GTR?
Very good, very good. Had transmission weird, so just reflash the TCM now, and that's because he had a different sensor, but power is very good for pump fuel. So,
Yeah.
I think that's Litchfield manifold with GTX37.
Big turbos, yeah?
Big turbos, so just made over 1,000 wheel on pump. We normally don't really push much harder than this, not on pump.
Yeah.
That's 1.8 bar only. So
Quick one, and I'm going to put you in the spot here, because we're going to do ethanol.
Yes.
What do you think this will do in ethanol? I've got my guess. I'm saying 1480 wheel. What does Romain think?
I would say 1,400 because I think the intercooler is going to be too small.
Right.
Because it's not very warm today, and just
So if it does 1400 easy, you're not just going to stop there, are you?
yeah.
He's going to do that.
I'll do 1479.
Me and Romain are quite similar
I'll
that
do
way.
1479.
We're really competitive.
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah.
no, it is, the car's good. Drives lovely. I think last time we had fuel pressure issue.
Yeah, so it's a new car. We had fuel pressure issue.
Yeah.
It didn't have a fuel system, that's why
It
we had
didn't have
to do
the
all
12
that.
injectors.
Yeah.
On the Savex.
And it had an ETS issue that we fixed as well.
Yes,
So that's fixed now.
Yeah, clearly. So that's putting the power down very nicely. It's got the 4-wheel drive controller, it's got the 12 injectors, got AMS dual brushless as well, which always work very well.
Yeah.
Fuel pressure's bang on, fueling's bang on, not very smoky on pump fuels with that kind of power, it's normally worse. So yeah, ethanol should make good.
Yeah, so I'm going to hand this over to Chris, and he's going to update you on the ethanol, and fingers crossed it makes the power I've said, or the power Romain has said.
Just 1,400.
Or just at least 1400.
Right, so back in the dyno cell, Romain's been making lots of noise with King Arthur's GTR. So Romain
Sounds nice.
does sound very nice. So we've gone on to ethanol with this car now,
Yes.
and found a couple of limitations with the hardware that's on this car. So it's quite an old build.
It's old
It
build.
was built elsewhere and having a slight boost control issue.
Yeah, so the boost is quite wavy. I wasn't sure if it was a map sensor or the solenoid and just having a look, it looks like it's got the OEM plug,
Right, yeah.
only connected to the bottom of the gate, and they are external waste gates, so 2-port.
Yeah.
And they do crack when you start pushing a bit of boost on it. So we also got a tiny bit of wheel spin on the dyno, so we're actually making a less power at 2.4 bars than 2.2 because he's spinning all 4 wheels, which is not ideal.
No, but
so
Poosh is making good power.
But because we got some issue, we're gonna take the car off the dyno.
Yeah, so probably new 3-port.
New 3-port,
metal Mac boost solenoid.
Yeah, remote map sensor.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a huge fan of those omni-power.
Yeah, we're reaching the limits of that as well.
Yeah. I wasn't sure about the intercooler. It seems to be fine on Ethanol. It's much cooler, which is fine. And it's got also fairly old tires, so we might as well put it on the hub.
It's quite a risk. Yeah.
Yes.
It's quite a risk pushing all that torque through pretty old tires. And
and like the gear change at the end is never really nice on the dyno. We did broke a few pins before.
Pins on the dyno, So Dyno Jet has this hub that goes into the side of it to link the dyno together. And we have had, when you're changing gear at high torque levels, particularly in high power, that it does snap them little Dyno Jet tags off. So we want to avoid that. And now we've got the luxury of a hub dyno.
Well, yeah, you've got perfect setup. You can do Dyno Jet for drivability because they're very heavy dynos, so you can really replicate what's on the road. And when drivability is done, even if we double check on the road as well. But then big power is literally mainline.
Do the tuning on the mainline. Brilliant. So that's the plan. Get this off, a couple of hardware changes, and then it'll be onto the mainline. Thanks very much, Romain. Right, so as we were just talking about the dyno with Romain there, the next car going on the dyno is actually front wheel drive. So with the Dyno Jet, what that means is we need to remove the front roller's drive shaft to stop drive going to the rear wheels and turning the rear drum. And like Romain says, all these big power GTRs, it's fantastic, and the Dyno Jet is great, particularly for drivability as well. But once you get above a certain power level, it becomes really sketchy. You're putting all that power and torque through the tyres, but also through the dyno as well. And what I've actually just found, so in here, if the camera picks it up, this is the drive shaft, which I've just unbolted from the dyno drum. And Romain mentioned that these can snap pins. So if I get this out here with one hand, there you are. So that's what the dyno drive shaft looks like. This is the hub on the end, and if the camera picks it up, you can see in this area here where my thumb is, and also the opposite side as well, it has actually snapped 2 of the pins. So that's just down to the torque that these cars are putting out. Also a little bit of wear on the dyno as well. Obviously this dyno is probably one of the most well used dynos in the country, and certainly for big power stuff. So yeah, so might be able to see a bit better there. It's snapped 2 of the pegs off, so this is still alright to use for now, but I will have to order a replacement. They're not cheap from Dyno Jet. So yeah, that's just another one of the unknowns when tuning cars and what people don't understand about business as well. Yeah, consumables like that. So get the next car on. I'm just explaining, Romain, you've broken the dyno again.
What?
It has snapped the pins off the
Oh, no
dyno.
way.
Yeah, jinxed it. But yeah, we're getting a new one of them ordered and get that in next week. So that wraps up another busy day at JM, where Romain's just finished working on this Mini. So Honda powered Mini Link ECU, we've just done some upgrades on it as well. And it has now made it a very impressive 160 wheel horsepower in something that weighs very little and is an absolute riot to drive. So I'm sure the customer will be very happy when he gets that back. Stay tuned, another busy day. We've got Romain in tomorrow, loads more cars to go on the dyno, so we'll see you then.
So yeah, it's day 2 here at GM. I'm going to update you on, we've got a collection from the port. I wonder what that car is there. Also on my front, I've had a few inquiries on the red M3. Don't know if you can see it down there. There's a guy coming Thursday, which he's a collector. We've also had a lot of interest in that car this week, so it's always sod's law. As soon as you put a car on that ramp there, they always sell. So I'll update you on the port, and Jürgen and Chris are going to update you on workshop and tuning. Right, so yeah, we're now at the docks. I've got to go and get this car released, do some paperwork, and we will see what it is in a sec. So yeah, that's now Jake's R36 in the background, all cleared, so we're going to take it back to GM, give it a wash, and yeah, so one happy customer.
Right, so Wednesday morning we're back on the dyno with this stunning grey GTR. So what we found yesterday, or what Romain found yesterday, was in Cal 2, so this car has 4 power settings, 2 being one of the middle ones. It was spinning the wheels and struggling to put the traction down. Now this car was built in 2018 by us, and I'm not sure when it last had a 4-wheel drive refresh, so the 4-wheel drive clutches can wear on them, then it struggles to put the power at the front and you struggle with traction. It becomes more rear-wheel drive.
Has it worked?
It has worked.
There we
so
go.
the lad stayed back last night, did an overnight ETS refresh.
Yeah.
We've had it back in the dyno today. It's comfortably sitting in Cal 4, highest power, and putting the power down to the wheels, which is
Making
great.
a little bit more power as well.
So we're making a little bit more power as well since the last time it was down. Like I say, it was 2018 it was last on.
Yeah.
So yeah, 803 at the wheels, so
Yeah,
very
it's
healthy.
well over 900 horsepower.
You should get the old graph from 2018 and show the actual difference or no difference with the blue
So
one.
Paul, if you're
It's
watching the
striking.
video, obviously
Paul's new on here.
Paul's a new owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got it fixed, and
Yeah.
like I say, it was unexpected really, because
Yeah.
it was supposed to just come in for a service, MOT, and off it goes. But yeah, he's bought another car for us as well.
And that's the beauty of testing though as well, isn't it? And having this facility
it,
is that
that's
we
it.
can actually check before the car leaves that everything's
Yeah.
alright.
So happy days.
So what's Romain doing here? Romain has just changed the graphs. So what we're looking at, Romain?
So the red one was when it was spinning.
Yeah,
You can
Cal-
see like
Cal
spinning
2
there,
spinning,
like traction
struggling to
control
put the traction in.
kicking in.
Yeah.
Blue one is the one as of today. He's putting a tiny bit later.
Yeah.
But it was actually back in February when we did the green one, which was 2018.
Yeah, February 2018.
Yeah, so probably a bit of like wear and tear on the turbo, and everything seems to be okay, but clearly it's pulled a tiny bit later. But in terms of power, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is always good to see.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, we'll get this one off and on to the next car.
Yep.
See you later.
So another mad day today. We've got Caroline's wheels getting built up by Matty. So these are Beadlock T1 race wheels. I believe he bought them from our friend Buzz, and we had them all painted at Hyper Coatings. Matty's now got the job to install them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we should see you soon then.
Yeah. Don't need bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah.
These wheels?
They're actually really nice. Like, can't say I'm the biggest fan of the wrap, but it works well with the car.
Caroline, you need to tell them off when you
It
see them.
works well with the car. It does. So they are really nice with these wheels.
Caroline, I like the wrap. I think it looks perfect.
Paul's done a brilliant job as well with them. So
Paul is this guy here, guys. So if you want your wheel coated in the northeast, he's the boy. He is the man, honestly. So, right. So, do you want to explain a little bit about how the beadlocks work then, for the guys who don't understand?
yeah. So when it comes to drag racing and you're launching hard, the tyre likes to spin on the rim. So the beadlocks essentially, you clamp the beads between the locking ring and the actual rim, which will grip the tyre and supposed to stop the tyre from spinning on the rim. So back when JV was young, they used to just drill
still
nails. You know,
Actually, they used to put like screws in it.
yeah, you used to drill like self tappers through the rim and into the tyre, grip the tyre and stop it from spinning. So this will help with launch and traction, hopefully.
But these wheels are really expensive, so don't be going out putting screws in your wheels. But
Yeah.
I think the problem is for like big torque cars, big horsepower, to get the best times. So yeah, that's why you need beadlocks. Or like Matty said, you can put screws in it, and you can actually buy the screws online, so if you've got a
Don't
lot of power,
recommend it.
screw your wheels.
Yeah, definitely don't recommend putting screws through your rims into your tyre. You're just burning money at that point. So
Yeah. Cool. Right, I'm going to do a shoot, guys, and see what else is going on. So, King Arthur's R35 GTR made 1050 on V-Power. So now what we're doing is we'll have to change to a 5-bar map sensor and get it on the hub dyno, and we'll also have to change the boost solenoid as it's not big enough. So Ben is busy sorting that. And then this will be going back onto the hub dyno. I've actually just caught Ben, he's just been next door.
Right.
So Ben, you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm properly happy with it. It made good power on my dyno, however, some bit, I'd say, were limitations, so...
Yeah,
making
boost solenoid.
Yeah, boost solenoid just being a bit of a limitation, so swapping that out so it can go on the hub dyno.
And your
make
map sensor
better-
as well,
yeah,
wasn't it?
map sensor, aye. Yeah,
So yeah, top job, mate. You've done a good job on it, haven't you?
yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
Fuel pumps work spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the wiring's worked.
Yeah.
We've had no niggles, so...
can't get any better than that.
So Arthur, he's done a top job of your car, mate. So right, let's go and see Kyle. So if anybody wants to know where Kyle is, you've got to look inside cars. So yesterday he was inside a Mini, now he's inside a Porsche. So Kyle, what's nicer to be inside a Mini or inside a Porsche?
Honestly, I think the Mini's actually got more space.
Mini versus Porsche, Mini wins. So what's it you're doing, Kyle, on this one?
On this one, at the minute, you can see the wiring on the outside of the car. We're just temporarily putting in a flow sensor for the meth, just to see how it's going to work and set it up first, and then we'll run it through the back of the car nicely.
And that's purely for protection purposes, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Just kind of always good to know what's coming through and make sure everything's running.
Here's a one for
perfect.
everybody who's watching the video. Ask your tuner, does your car have a flow sensor? And do you have safety when you use meth? And I'm going to tell you now, 9 out of 10 tuners don't do it.
Yeah, no one seems to use them.
Don't care about the customer's car, customer's engines. They just send it and hope for the best.
Yeah.
So if you've got meth, ask your guy, do you have a
100%
flow
worth having
sensor? And I bet you haven't got it, guys. Right, Kyle, thank you very much. What was the plan today with this then?
Pretty much just put the engine and box in.
All right, so we're ready to go in.
Aye.
James, your engine is going in, and then are you putting the plenum in now, then the box?
Plenum one first, then
in.
stick it in.
Yeah, perfect. It makes a nice job. I presume you've done a lovely line. You've done some lovely job with the lines as well, haven't you?
I try to keep them as neat
So
as
they
I
are
can.
absolutely beautiful. So James, you have a look at that. Richie's done a fantastic job. And obviously that caused a few delays because you had a different turbo, so we had to sort of route them differently, and it's also water cooled. So this is absolutely looking fantastic.
Right guys, that's the end of another busy night's tuning. Wednesday evening, Romain's just finished up tuning the Alpha GTR on the hub dyno behind us. As I mentioned yesterday, it can get sketchy on the chassis dyno doing big power cars. This certainly is a big power car. It sounds fantastic, really good spec, and pleased to say it's making good power. Now we're not going to reveal exactly what power it's made. Maybe you can have a guess in the comments and see if anybody gets it right. But until next time, see you soon.